So, was the garlic farm a success?
I had a dream the day I met you, and in this dream I could not say I love you.
Oh, welcome back to Citystead, everyone. We are in the office. If you guys know, this is my farm office, aka the greenhouse. You can see all around here. What are we doing today? We're talking garlic, of course. So if you guys remember from the last year, it is a huge goal of mine to create a urban farm business here at the Citystead, and I decided that garlic was something that could be doable with my schedule and time limitations, and I set about planting garlic all over the Citystead. So that means most of November, December, I was out here planting garlic all over the place. All in all, we did 1,000 cloves of garlic. That it's literally one of the easiest things to plant. You take a clove, you put it in the ground. You know what you do next? You wait until spring. That's all you gotta do. You literally just put it in the ground and wait half a year and you get garlic. How amazing is that? I ended up dedicating a ton of time to building new raised beds for garlic, doing hugelkultur, doing all sorts of styles of beds, and just planting them out. Like I said, 1,000 cloves of garlic went into the ground here at the Citystead. And, you know, we did fairly well with the garlic. But when I went to harvest them this year, I had to make some decisions. What I was going to do with it all and how I was going to plan for this year's garlic crop to make all of this a little more successful. I hope you guys are ready for all these greenhouse videos, because this time of year I do a lot of video shooting in here just because this is my central hub of everything that's going on. So when I'm harvesting stuff, I usually come in here to do seeds, like all this garlic farm business stuff. A lot of it runs out here, so I'm out here constantly this time of year trying to get things set up, trying to make things work, and we're making our notes, we're making tags, we're keeping track of everything. All the stuff that we did last year, we're going to do again this year. I was marking what beds I was doing. I made a schematic of my yard. So I did a lot of stuff to try to ensure the garlic that I was planting in, making sure I was harvesting what I knew I was harvesting, and we grew a ton of varieties last year. Want that? Want this? Want a marker? What are you going to do with it? You going to draw on this? So one of the biggest questions I've been asked so far is, how did this garlic go? Did we sell any? What's the status of all that? All I could say is 2020, it was a lot different, right? It wasn't what I was expecting. A lot of things weren't the way I was going to be. I ended up not really going to any of the markets even to visit them as a patron, because just things were the way they were, right? I wasn't 100% sure what was going on. And yeah, so it was definitely not the year that I wish I would have started. But I kind of took a look back at it and I said, okay, what can I do to ensure a better future for all of this? So in thinking about all that garlic that we harvested, and some of it was good, some of it was bad, there was stuff in there that if I was buying seed garlic, I'd probably be like, that doesn't look as great as what I would want it to be. So what I want to do is try to ensure that I can give the best product out there, which means kind of stepping back, taking the best of the crop that we had and replanting cloves from that. So some of the stuff we grew ended up being kind of like small little tiny heads like this, right? And while that's definitely usable garlic, it's not like the most ideal, it's not eye-catching. You're not gonna look at that and be like, oh, I need to get a bunch of those, you know what I mean? So what I want to do is take some of these smaller heads and kind of save them for myself. I'll use them for things that I want to do, but I want to take the bigger heads out of those crops, and that's what I want to use as my seed garlic. So what I want to do is take the larger heads that we actually harvested, and I want to use those for replanting to make this year's garlic crop a little bit better, you know, a little bigger, a little better genetically. So most of the garlic that we grew wasn't from this zone originally. So what I want to do is make sure that I get garlic that is more acclimated to our climate here, and the only way I can really achieve that is by saving as much of that garlic that I harvested to use as seed garlic this year. And I kind of want to expand a little bit, so I am going to add a couple more beds. So I want to keep a few more heads, and by using a lot of the garlic that I harvested this year to replant to grow a new crop for next year, I can really make my cost basically zero for all of that, which that's where I want to get to. I want to get to the point where I'm harvesting enough garlic to actually sell a bunch and then also restock my seed garlic. So one of the other challenges I have with trying to do this whole garlic farm is that you can see out here behind me some of the stuff got left. Like there's some tomatoes I didn't even get to. There's some eggplants over here, a couple peppers that I didn't get to because, well, my time's always limited, right? So, so having a very limited time schedule a lot of the times is making the learning curve a little bit harder. I don't think starting a farm business is easy, and I definitely don't think it's easy when you're working a lot and you just got a lot of other stuff going on, right? So trying to build in time, trying to find that time to really refine my processes and all that, I think it's going to take me a little longer than maybe I'd originally thought it would. Yeah, you know, I kind of was like jumping into it last year. I planted all that garlic, not kind of really, I have a plan that I've been working on, but it's also not like 100% defined, right? So everything, whoops, yeah, there. Did you draw a picture? No. Is that the garlic farm? No, so we're still working on everything, you know, like I said, the processes and just getting it all down. I think we have a lot of learning to do yet, and hopefully every year we get a little bit better and a little bit better toward the ultimate goal of having a very successful urban garlic farm. What you waving at? You saying bye? Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. Ah. So year one of the garlic farm may not have been as successful as I had hoped it to be, but it was still a step toward the ultimate goal, which is where we're going. Look. Alright, you want to pop one up? So hopefully this year's a little more successful, and every year's another step forward. And so I hope you guys join us for year 2 of the urban garlic farm and trying to get ourselves our own little farm business going. Good job! You are excellent. So I would say the biggest success with the garlic farm in year 1 was this is our new crop of garlic that will be planted for this year, and it's all from the Citystead. We will be planting everything that we grew personally here already. So year 2 of our own harvested, cured, ready to go garlic. So that is the biggest success from year 1. Hopefully year 2 actually brings some sales of actually selling some of our garlic, whether culinary or seed. We will see when we get there. All right, well, me and little Oz have a lot of work to do yet because we got a lot more of these heads to separate and get ready to go. So remember guys, be bold and grow bold, and as always, we'll see you in that very next video.